and a welcome in or a welcome back. It's a Monkey Mar. Before we get into today's video, please make sure you click that subscribe button, the like, and the bell for notifications. This is a hard one for me. You guys know that I hold the story of Breasia Terrell, the little girl who was 10 at the time she went missing, and now she is 11. And she was the little girl who went to spend the night with her half-brother and her half-brother's father, Henry Earl Dinkins, who is a sexual predator, and he is actually in jail for not registering for being a predator. So the little brother came home, but Breasia Terrell never did come home, and human remains found in DeWitt on final journey. In the absence of identity and motive, let's lend time and place to human remains found outside DeWitt. We'll start where most people end. A paved horseshoe drive runs through the old bleached stones and new marble monuments found in DeWitt's Elmwood Cemetery. And let me just say, before I continue to read this article is very touching. It is almost sad, but to the points with the facts, and yeah, this one hit hard. That contrast can be found in and around the town of over 5,000 located in Clinton County. Take a right from the cemetery onto Northridge Road and you'll see enclaves of still new homes encroaching on land dotted by older traditional farmhouses. The faded and patched two-lane blacktop of Northridge Road, also called Veterans Way, leads to 270th Avenue. It's a long, undulating yellow dirt and sometimes gravel road that has been the focus of local law enforcement, much of the media, and Davenport mother, who has not seen her 11-year-old daughter, Breasia Terrell, since July 9th of 2020. Human remains were found Monday in a little pond at the bottom of a shallow valley surrounded by trees just off 270th Avenue, and while it will be weeks before anyone knows the identity of the body, many people wondered if Breasia Terrell is the victim, especially when Aishia Lankford, her mom, was at Tuesday's news briefing. Breasia, then 10, disappeared late on July 9th of 2020 or in the early morning hours of July 10th, 2020. Her mom was one of the many volunteer searchers who scoured parts of Clinton County after Davenport police got a credible tip saying the little girl would be found in some cornfield or drainage ditch there. I have never heard about that tip. Police got a credible tip saying the little girl would be found in some cornfield or drainage ditch area. I wonder if that was from a psychic. But summer turned into autumn and winter came. The pond kept its secret and the image of Breasia faded from the public view. Breasia, you never faded from my view. There is, of course, no guarantee the remains found Monday are those of Breasia. There are other missing people. The remains could be someone else's sibling, parent, or friend. Perhaps a final terrible answer awaits another family whose pain of not knowing long ago escaped the scrutiny of newspapers and television broadcasts and Facebook prayer groups. By Wednesday morning, scraps of yellow crime scene tape, old Hardee's cups, and empty mud-stained 20-ounce plastic bottles provided the only memorial for where the human was dumped in a pond off a dirt road 3 miles north of DeWitt. Leafless trees swayed in the wind. Highway traffic drowned out any other sound. A hand-painted sign across the dirt road from the pond read, "Camera enforced." Once in a while, a vehicle turned onto the road, paused to gaze at what can be seen of the pond, and then moved on. An older, white-haired woman in a maroon SUV stopped. She stayed in the vehicle and stared at the swaying trees before wiping away tears and shaking her head. 4 investigators showed up a little later and methodically marched the ground between the pond and the yellow dirt road. They politely declined to answer any questions and kept their eyes to the ground. Their search now for narrative and how and why of it. Science will identify the human remains found in the narrowly hidden pond at the bottom of a shallow valley just off a yellow dirt road. Maybe the name will be memorialized on a marble in a well-kept place, free of a crime scene tape, discarded Hardee's cups, and mud-stained plastic bottles, and perhaps a family will find some peace. I think that article was actually beautiful, touching, deep. So, I have to go now and take a little road trip and see exactly where Breasia went missing from and see where these remains were found. So, let's go check out the area. Okay, let's go and get a visual of where these human remains were found. So, Breasia went missing from Davenport at the apartment complex where Henry Earl Dinkins and his girlfriend lived. Davenport. They found the remains in a pond just north of DeWitt, and here is Northwoods Road that they speak of, and there's Highway 61. So this is 270th, and I'm actually going to show you a video along the side of this so you can see exactly where she was found, because we can't get down there. Highway 61, they said that ran next to it. I can get to the corner. So this is 270. That's the dirt road, and unfortunately, you can't get down there. And in all honesty, I do not know exactly where. I was looking for a pond, but I couldn't find one. And it's a long road, guys, and plus, you just can't get down there. A lot of land. Alright, so I guess now we just sit back and wait. And it's just this one bothers me. Breasia Terrell. And I feel bad for her mom, and I don't understand why Henry Earl Dinkins hasn't said anything. And he just sits back in prison like it's just going to go away. Even though he still has that open warrant for the 2 pounds of meth that he was intent to sell. So guys, do you want it to be Breasia so that there could be closure? Do you pray that Breasia is alive somewhere? Of course. Bittersweet. Alright guys, with that though, it is a wrap. I want to thank you all for coming in. Thank you for watching. Please like or dislike, whichever you prefer, and subscribe. Everyone have a good day or good night wherever you are in the world, and stay vigilant.